June 2nd. Business arising from the minutes at the program and planning meeting in May. A request came from trustees to review the multi-year facility renewal and capital plan to ensure that money was not being spent on projects in schools that are going to be under review in 2009 and 2010. Doug Durant presented a summary of these projects, requesting permission to defer the work until the reviews. Trustees passed a motion to that effect. And in your package, I'm referring to page 50 and the items to be deleted. And that refers to the Niagara South area as well as the east part of Welland. Another request from trustees was for information on secondary current and projected enrollment and capacity. A lot of discussion took place around the issue of declining enrollment and how to manage it. Trustees are aware that the DSBN has too many schools and some closure and some consolidation is necessary for the benefit of students. We had a lengthy discussion in that particular area. It was suggested by Superintendent Karzinski that we look at getting an outside consultant like C.N. Watson to do a study of the whole board. Our planning department doesn't have the capacity to handle such a large task. So a motion was passed to direct staff to put a proposal together for an outside consultant to review all elementary and secondary schools. A request was also made by trustees to have staff prepare a report on the location and student enrollment of each of the approved board alternate programs. This report will be presented to program planning in October, which is the first Tuesday of October. New business. Superintendent Karzinski presented the revised accommodation review guidelines, policy F2. Most of the changes were made for clarification. One major addition was made to the membership of the Accommodation Review Committee, acronym ARC, which will now include the trustee of the area and one other trustee on the committee. A second change was made so that both the ARC report and the board administration report be presented at the same time, same night to the trustees. The new revised version of the policy is in your package, and a motion was passed to accept the amended version. By the way, there was a lot of input by all the trustees at that meeting, and it was quite well discussed. And so you'll see printed in blue the changes in your policy F2. Superintendent Greer and John Dixon, representing the Educational Research Committee, presented 5 research proposals. 3 of the proposals were approved with conditions. 1 was deferred and 1 was denied because it was felt that the DSBN was a good fit for the study to be done. A motion was passed to accept the recommendation of the Educational Research Committee. One of the proposals dealt with advancing professional growth in the integration of technology. And I did take a quote from this document, which you've all received. In that document, I'll refer just to one point. When it comes to ease with technology, the hierarchy in the classroom is inverted. Students are, by and large, more proficient and comfortable in the digital environment than the teacher. Now, we all know in our little household that our sons and daughters, granddaughters, etc., know perhaps a little more than we do about technology. And so, you know, that's day-to-day life. It's a catch-up for people like myself. And so you imagine the challenge faced by teachers within the classroom. We have all these students who have grown up with the computer age. And then we had a report on the approval of instructional materials. There are 146 new titles were brought forward by the Instructional Materials Review Committee. A large number of the 146 new titles were highlighted. We also looked at graphic novels. We looked at titles, books dealing with cultural and social issues. accepted. I brought forth one, which I found interesting. This is one of the, what we call the graphic novel. And I'll just fan the pages so people can see what these books are in our libraries, in all our schools. And this particular one is meant to be used with reluctant readers to expose them to classics. Now the classics, meaning the travels of Marco Polo, Moby Dick, and Gulliver's Travels, those books which we read as kids. And Trustee Lynn Campbell, when we were looking at these books, all these books were circulated. 148 were circulated, and we ended our long night with a lot of fun looking at these books and some serious comments about the books, which is very interesting. And Trustee Lynn Campbell, she asked me, did I live during Marco Polo's time? Marco. Thank you, that ends the report. Thank you, Trustee.